Open up authentication.feature because we can't do much until we log in. Let's add a scenario. Scenario, logging in. We remember from running bhat-dl that we have a lot of built-in language already. Let's save some effort and describe the login process using just these. Given I am on, we want to start on the home page. PHP-Storm tries to help by auto-completing this step, but when I hit tab, it prints with extra stuff. When you use the -dl option, the given I am on part ends with a bunch of crazy regex. Anytime you see regex like this, it's just forming a wildcard, something where you can pass any value surrounded by quotes. Oh, and one other thing. Even though each line starts with given, when, and then in the definition list, that first word doesn't really matter. We could actually say, then I am on /. It doesn't sound right in English, but technically it would still run. Alright, given I am on /. Next, I will click login. The built-in definition for that is I follow. There's no built-in definition for I click, but we'll add one later since that's how most people actually talk. But for now, let's add when I follow login. Remember, these all use the named selector. So we're using login because that's the text of the link. On the login page, we need to fill in these two fields. Again, because of the name selector, we'll target these by their labels, username and password. There are a few definitions for fields, but the one I like is when I fill in field with value. So, and I fill in username with admin, and I fill in password with admin pass. Yes, I know that isn't the right password. This won't work yet. It's cool though. Finally, press the login button with, and I press login. Notice that you follow a link, but you press a button. Then we need to find something to assert, some sign that this worked. Log in on the browser. So nothing says congratulations, you're logged in, but our login button did change to log out. Let's look for that with, then I should see log out. Good work, team. Let's run this with vendor bin bhat features/web/authentication.feature. It runs and fails. The text logout was not found anywhere in the text of the current page. I happen to know that this is because the password is wrong. But let's pretend that we didn't know that, and we're staring at this message wondering what the heck is going on. Debugging tip number 1. Right before the failing step, use a step definition called and print last response. Run this again. It still fails, of course, but first it prints out the entire page's code. Yes, this is ugly. I have another debugging tip later. There are two important things. First, we're still on the login page for some reason. And second, if you scan down, you'll see the error message, invalid credentials. Let's remove our debug line and update this to the correct password, which is admin. And now let's rerun it. It's alive! But we have a big problem. We're assuming that there will always be an admin user in the database with password admin. What if there isn't? What if the intern deleted that, or you dropped your database locally? Basically everything would start failing. We can do better.